You guys are being naughty. You guys are being naughty. You guys were requesting before we went live. Okay? You guys need to wait until I go live. That's how this works. Well, welcome. Sup Shredders. My name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Livestreams, where today we're going to be doing fan requests. It is 5:30. I managed to get here on time. I'm not particularly mad about it. We're here now. We exist. Where did I come in? I think Himahawabo here was about the time I went online. So I'm just going to go... I'm going to give you guys a minute. Actually, I'm going to give you guys a minute just to put your suggestions through. Thank you for everyone's well wishes. I'm feeling better now. I've definitely felt... I was pretty crook yesterday. But I think a good sleep helped a lot. Honestly, the amount of work I've had over the last month or so has been a lot more than usual. It's stuff outside of the YouTube stuff. But it's okay. I think it's starting to come to a close now, you know. Yeah. You know, we'll just do what we can. We're going to start, I'm just going to copy and paste, go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's rough. I know that the rate that people add these suggestions now is pretty insane. Oh, thank you. Oh, we got a subscription there. Thank you to Chinita for the subscription here. Oh, thank you for the donation, actually. Thank you, Shin. I appreciate that. I gotta put a shout out there. Thanks for the donation. I'm feeling better now. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. I wouldn't recommend people, if you, just before you get into it, if you guys find that you're getting pain in your ear, go to a doctor, because they can help. Okay? Thanks everyone. We're gonna get started on it. We're gonna go for it now. I'm just gonna add this here, and then we'll get into it. All right? Sounds good to me. So yeah, the first track is by Himahawabo. Yeah, Fire Bomber, Song Planet Dance. So thank you very much for this track, Himahawabo. Yeah, and guys, also, everyone watching this, please take care of your health in general. I'm 31. And I know that's not old by any means, but I'm getting a little bit older, so there's no shame in like going to a doctor to like check if you're feeling a bit sick, you know? There's no shame in that. If you feel unwell, go to a doctor and make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, all right? And maybe don't work 6 to 7 days a week like I do. Yeah. I hope everyone feels better soon. I know it's a crazy world out of there. But here we go. Fire Bomber. First track with Himahawabo. Let's go. Thanks to also just thank you to everyone who's suggested tracks today before we get into it. I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible so we can review them, and hopefully that's great. Yeah. So obviously we've come in with a bang. We've got these guitar solos here. The vocals are nice and present in the mix. It got this kind of 80s like power metal, power rock kind of vibe to it. Alright, yeah, and sorry, just to reiterate, in case I didn't make it clear before, please submit your requests only after I've gone live, okay? Cool, only after the live stream goes live. The drum groove is scintillating, eh? I dig it. Again, there's lots of charisma energy in this, and this is part of why I love this Macross music whenever it gets requested and why I've got a lot of time for it. The reason I enjoy it so much is because it always makes you feel good. It always gets you pumped. There's this major sort of tonality to it. They could go really dark with it, but obviously they're proficient musicians, and the added bonus, but lovely, lovely drum tom fills, It's fantastic stuff there. All right, so anime themes. People asked if there was a theme for this fan request live stream. I will typically put in the thumbnail and the title of the video if there's a theme. But that's actually a really good suggestion, RC. Should we do an anime themed fan request live stream? That should be cool. I'll make a poll for it. Let's do that. Not on the story. Oh, okay. It's good to know. Thank you, Himahoabo. It's nice to have this harmonica here. I'm not used to having harmonica with the distorted guitars and drums and everything like that, but it's a fun additional element that's... It's nice that the vocalists come back in for this chorus section. I think it's a smart move. It really does elevate it because you have the separate sides of the story from each of them in the individual verses. And then we've got this guitar solo here. Hey everybody! I love it when they occasionally put English in there. I love it, dude. It's so cool. Okay. A harmonica solo on the other side of the stereo field? That's cool. Oh, we're having a back and forth between them, are we? It just drives forward. It was so cool having the harmonica in there. I don't get that often enough. Please feel free to recommend more music like this. This has been fun. And there's this occasional vocal fry with the hey everybody, which just makes it sound all the more passionate, you know? I like how we're repeating that main motif there. That guitar solo there is pretty spicy, isn't it? That's some pretty spicy guitar playing in there, you know. That's what I love about music from that era. They didn't hold back. They knew how to get those vocals and to tell a story alongside the shred and the drum fills and everything like that. It's great engineering, dude. Great musicianship. Dude, that was a sick start to it, man. I'm very happy with that. Great request, Emma Hawable. Thank you very much for that first choice of the night. Yep, sensational power rock ballad there. Again, I'm not familiar with the language, but hey, everybody, it just sounded like they want people to dance and groove with it, eh? I've seen it's a bit of a mixed result. Well, not really. Most people are happy with an anime theme. I totally get that, like, we'd probably need more than one live stream to be able to get through all the anime songs, but the great thing about doing weekly fan request live streams, yeah, like, the great thing about fan request live streams on a weekly basis is we can always do more than one anime fan request live stream. Maybe not in a row, because I like to sort of alternate at least between like a normal fan request live stream and a themed one, but you know, we can definitely go back to the theme if we like it and revisit it and do more of it. Thank you also to everyone who is continuing to request tunes. I'm gonna level with you guys. We've probably got enough to fill the night already. We've got so many songs on the list. But if we do run out, I'll go back to the chat and I'll add them as need be, okay? But thank you to everyone's suggestions so far. The next track we've got tonight is gonna be JJ. So JJ is up next. Sim Killing Me. So first, there we go. I believe that is me. Is that it? Is that it? Is it SIM? I don't know. Ah, yeah, it isn't available, dude. I'm gonna go with this one then. Thank you, JJ. I will go with that one, man. Track number 2 for tonight. Thank you for your suggestion. Oh. I mean, I like Attack on Titan, and I think that this is a great song. It's a little bit... I actually honestly prefer the original theme. I'll be honest. I I prefer the original Attack on Titan theme, but I like the production in this. The guitar, the bass, the drums. I like the visceral kind of growled vocals there. I'm not sure if they're using a 7 or an 8 string, to be fair. Okay, we got that build here, cool. That was a shame to me. I was hoping that would have a sub drop in that part just to really make it hit home, but I can also understand from like the perspective of the overall tone they wanted. Maybe they wanted that part to float because of how heavy the verse section was. Again, the guy's got a great coloration to his voice, and it really suits the genre of music well. It's a fantastic intro, and I can understand why it's been chosen for the anime. Oh, that's a fun twist. That's a fun twist in that harmony there. Okay, we're double tracking the vocals here, okay. Again, there's this lovely post-production going on with these distortion effects and the phasing of everything, and there's so much space for the singer in the mix as well. I thoroughly appreciate what the standard is in 2022. You know, I mean, like, I know there was stuff that sounded as good as this like a decade or two ago, but there's just this kind of like the combination of the symphonic stuff with the down-tuned guitars with the electronic parts as well. It's a dope combination, man. Oh, we got offbeat stuff happening now. Ooh, that's filthy. Alright. 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 People have asked me if I prefer the rock and metal stuff. I don't really have a specific preference towards a specific genre, but I do like my rock and metal. It's something I grew up with, and it has a special place in my heart. Always have some reggae into it. It's just so unpredictable. There is so many little styles of music here. You've got the kind of alt rock, the middle, the middle core kind of breakdown stuff. You got some offbeat kind of reggae stuff. You've now got the clean, chilled part in it. The breakdown was that breakdown was like honestly one of the heaviest I've heard in a while. It was just filthy, and I kind of wish that they'd had that included in the outro or something of the anime. Great. Smart move. Yeah, that's cool. Extra guitar layers in the higher layer, extra vocal layers in here for the outro. It's cool. Even the bass guitar gets a little bit more active in that mid to upper range of the fretboard. I love it. I love how he switched this chord here. It's so unpredictable. And back down. Yeah. And we've got that chanting choir type aesthetic that we had with previous versions of the intros. And that's it. That was The Rumbling by Sim or SIM. SIM? Not SIM. It's not Sam, it's Sim. Great choice. Thank you, JJ. I haven't listened to the song in its entirety, but I'm glad that I have. I understand why it's popular. It's got like 43 million plays. You know, I think just that's kind of why it's important to listen through your favorite anime tracks. Like if you hear them in like intros, outros, listen through them from start to finish, because you never know when you're gonna find a song that's just gonna completely flip expectations halfway and be something even more lovable than what it was before. It's smart stuff. Really, really smart stuff. But yeah. The next, thank you for that, JJ. The next track is Andreas, Mother's Hymn, We Lost the Sea. So let's see if we can find this one. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to add that here, and we're going to go into that too.
We rose with the sun and fell into disgrace.
This is very serene. It's an instant mood shift from the previous track we had, but I nonetheless love it to pieces. It's nice to have the piano and the vocals like this with that reverb tail on it. Ooh.
Let the earth dry while guilt soaked through our veins. Oh, we're really too late.
Oh, Jacob, that's actually a fantastic idea. We can probably do that. I think it'd be cool to have some Disney music in it too. Although, granted, I'm not sure if Disney is going to let me put it on YouTube, even with Spotify playthrough for it. But we'll run the gauntlet and see how we go. I don't know. I don't actually know if Disney is super militant or not about the way they treat their copyright on YouTube. I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Oh, we're really
She's an incredible singer, isn't she? Those high notes just sound so effortless, and there's this body behind it. You know, she doesn't sound like she's going into her head voice just yet. To be able to retain that composure and that control at that range is really impressive.
we're really too late.
And it's such a simple backing there with the bass resonance as well, which is kind of pretty.
Oh, we're really too
Cool. We just got claps. Just stomps and claps, dude. Stomps and claps. I think this is a masterclass in minimalist percussion. You don't need to have a whole lot of crazy hi-hat, drum, snare, tom stuff to be able to carry a song. Sometimes you can have the focal point being the vocals and have a minimalist harmony or a comping arrangement, you know, and just have that quarter note groove. Oh, a Beatles reaction? Yeah, we could do that, Bruce. We could. I just have to figure out how we would do that because I'm not sure what the Beatles are like with their copyright either. Yeah, I'll make a note of that. Actually, Beatles and Disney.
we're really too
Beatles, Disney. Cool.
Oh, we're really too late.
Oh, that vibrato is scintillating. You've just got those guitars with the Strymon effects on the sides, and it's so expansive. It's like someone calling out, you know, are we too late? They're desperate to know the answer to that.
Oh, we're really too late. Oh, we're
Nice introduction of a new layer here. I have heard Baby Metal. I love Baby Metal. I think that Baby Metal was actually the very first SP Patreon video I did. Yeah, Michael Jackson would be a good one. You're right, Jacob. I'm keen to do Michael Jackson for one as well. There we go. Oh no. The brass here is so somber, and you don't need her to tell more of the story. You've got it from the lines she's been repeating. It's therapeutic, man. It's how is she carrying this? How is she carrying this track so well? It's something to ponder, you know? Sure, yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll just add that song to the list. Again, I don't know if we're going to get through all the songs today because we may run out of time, but we'll see how we go, okay? Oh, cool. That's fun. So here's a fun plot twist, guys. My nanoleaf panels on the side have been acting up recently. So you'll see that like it's getting all flourishy and stuff like that for whatever reason over there. That's not me doing that on purpose. That's my nanoleaf panels just deciding they want to discolor. So what I have to do is I have to turn it off, and then I have to turn it on, and then I have to go find my green screen, and then I have to pray that I need to do that for the rest of the live stream. But yeah, we'll just... Sup, Lazarus? How you doing? Thank you, Winhao, for the suggestion, and thank you to everyone else for your suggestions so far. They've been good, and we'll just see how many we can get through today. You can hear how high she's going in the background, but she's made herself a sub layer so that you can focus on the rest of the instrumentation here. It's really smart arrangement here.
We rose with the sun and fell into disgrace.
We rose with the sun and fell with disgrace, was it? Very simple lines and easy to digest, but sung with such emotion and concentration and deliberation that it's almost impossible to ignore it even if you wanted to, you know?
We bled the earth dry while guilt soaked through our veins. Oh, we're really too late.
We got the choir backing now. Oh, sorry, we're at 5. I was just getting lulled into that. Andreas, thank you for that recommendation. It was thoroughly hypnotic. I honestly, it's not often that you get a track where there's like, it's just you get lost in it that as much as at least I felt I did then. I hope that other people enjoyed that track too. Hopefully when people watch these fan request live streams, you find musicians you may not have heard of otherwise. And you get to enjoy their music too, you know? Sorry, man, I got to do the portion without breaks. I got to do the list. I got to do the list as it is, man. And top Feeder Beetle tracks are Tomorrow Never Knows, Paperback Writer, and Helter Skelter. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that it would probably be good for us to do a Beatles top 5 or top 10 Spotify at some point. Top 10 of Spotify would be 3 hours long, though, or something like that. So that's quite a while. But it could also be quite a smart idea to do the Beatles. We'll see how we go, okay? I'd like to do Michael Jackson. I'd like to do the Beatles. But one thing at a time, all right? But thank you, Andreas, for that suggestion. I appreciate it. We got Yum Ren next, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to see if I can get this loaded up. Here we go. What do we got here? By Stereophony. Yay! Let's do this. Yum Ren.
答えのない毎日がただ過ぎてゆく時間がこれから先どうなるのだろうわからないヤギよ
Again, we just go straight from that kind of really sort of indie, folksy kind of aesthetic to this. It's such a shift, man. Great choice. Good fun.
孤独に惑わされてた誰かに今気づいてほしいここから逃げ出し
Okay.
たいから
Nice combination of these guitar bass drum parts here. There's some interesting lead patterns with those unison chords as well on top. It's stunning. It's a really great track so far. Her voice is nice and present in the mix. It's really well mixed. The studio production's sensational. And while I didn't mention it, the previous track we did as well from a studio production perspective was just Mother's Hymn was just you don't change a single thing when you've got a track like that. I'm so glad that did I? No, I literally copied all of them. I copied from when I went live. So I didn't choose the choices beforehand. I copied from the point where I went live in the stream. So I have got U02's song in the list at the moment. You will probably be played tonight. But yeah, I copied from when I went live on the live stream. Choices that were made before I went live, or as far as I was aware, I didn't include. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll continue. Okay. All right, this is fun. Nice presence of that bass guitar. Again, she's got a fairly straightforward kind of vocal technique, but it sits really well above the rest of the elements in the mix. We could, I mean, people are happy to request more tracks. I just don't know how many I can get through tonight, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice unison there. Again, I like it when people do these double-tracked vocals right before the start of a new section. It indicates that something bigger is coming. It's well thought out. Nice offbeat groove on those hi-hats, dude. And she goes to her head voice occasionally, but like it's almost like you kind of want to support her wherever the hell she goes. Nice cut, nice unison of those notes there as well. But the percussion, it was great. There's a dynamic range to this song, which I appreciate as well. Like the verses are a little bit quieter than the choruses, and I really appreciate that. You know, especially as someone who does like live streams like this, where I have to pay an equal amount of attention to each track I listen to, because what's the point if I'm only going to do half of them properly? You know, um, I will get tired. My ears will get tired, and I'm not being like, "Woe is me, my life's terrible," but your ears get tired when you listen for stuff for like an hour or two at a time. So I like it when bands include stereo dynamic range so that your ears have a rest between the different sections, and so that you're refreshed when the louder parts come along. Oh, it sizzles, doesn't it? It's gorgeous. Again, she's going a bit wider in that stereo field there for that intro there. Nice sort of succinct drum fill. And repetition there. Repetition. That's smart. I like that. Add that to the list. Nice interlude section. Lovely interlude section here. I'm I'm sorry. I know some guys got in a bit late for the picks. It's wild when the streams goes live, just how quickly the songs come in. Yeah, this interlude is nice. It's a nice shift tonally, not a massive departure from what we've had previously, especially not texturally, but the chord progressions are fun. And again, as someone who doesn't understand what the story is about, I can still appreciate the fact they're being a little bit more creative and they're not just instantiating the theme on like different instruments or something like that, you know? Cool, we got that kind of vocal and guitar thing that a lot of people do, and then the drums are going to come in with a 4-hit snare fill. 8 hit. It could be 4 or 8 hits on the snare, but I can guarantee it's either 4 or 8. I haven't heard this before. Well, I guess fuck me then. The one time I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine. It's still fun. Cool. Strong finish. Sup Kixie way. Oh, a beautiful guitar tone here. It's a shame we haven't really had the guitars be by themselves until this point. Like, I know, especially with a single, you want the vocals to be the focal point because the story is as important as the musicality of it. But at the same time, it's nice just to appreciate the individual string textures, you know? I like having sounds be heard. Not all the sounds at the time, just some sounds, you know? But thank you very much for that suggestion, Yumrin. Great choice there. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so far for your suggestions. We have last first with this one. I don't know what this is. Swing. Hi, hello to people in Malaysia and hello to everyone else in your part of the world. I'm in New Zealand. It's winter, hence why I'm dressed like this. It's very cold and I don't like it. We're going to listen through this song now. This track can be translated to Big Big Company word by word. So this is Big Big Company by Swing. Thank you very much, Last First. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. What have we got ourselves into? What is this track? It's so much fun. What is the inspiration by it? Is it jazzy? Got that kind of Bing Crosby kind of vibe to it. By the way, I am seeing people talk about, you know, God knows the best. I'm just going through the list of songs I have at the moment, and if we have time, we'll do it at the end. Oh, the voices are so... Oh? I love how smooth the vocals are. They really suit the brass and is there a double bass in there alongside the drums? Are they... They're playing with brushes, I think. Oh, some jazzy progressions here. Good. Lovely harmonies there in the upper range. Now that was a nice break. I wasn't expecting that. It's fun. It's unexpected. They're not taking themselves too seriously. They can obviously sing, and the people involved in the comping of it can obviously play their instruments. Easio. I will if we have time, man. We'll see how we go. You know, I to be honest with you guys, I'll just very briefly, when I was growing up as a teenager, I wasn't into this kind of music at all, and it's because here in New Zealand, it was either jazz or metal for some really stupid reason. Obviously, music's gotten a little bit more diverse over the last 10 or so years, but I just feel like I missed out on a whole lot of really great music because I was being pig-headed about it. So if you're one of those people who are like, I only like this genre of music, and you vehemently try to avoid any other type of music, oh, you know, it's cool, you do you, but it might be worth just occasionally venturing out, you know? Try new stuff. You never know. Nice cool response there with that string. I like the panning is not string, like the wood one, the brass or something like that. Is that saxophone? I love the dynamic range of these piano parts.
Let's change key.
Let's change key. Let's do the thing with the key change. I love it. I love the sense of humor, the style of it, the swagger, man, the bravado. Martin. Yeah, I heard that the Jay Chou concert was replayed last night with Tensei Music. I heard that I was in it. I'm not. It was probably the version that I did for Cassandra, which is fine. I'm glad that I'm assuming Jay saw that, and if Jay enjoyed the review that I did of his music, that makes me very happy. In fact, maybe that is me a huge thing, because for a long time I've wanted to both, I suppose, have acknowledgement from David Tao and Jay Chou. And David Tao's already looked at my stuff. I suppose, I just hope that Jay Chou sees even one of these videos and he understands, like, that he's a great musician and that people love him, because he is, you know? My favorite type of music when I was a teenager But thank you for people for letting me know that I was featured in that. I appreciate people here giving me a heads up because I wasn't told about any of this. Much like a lot of the stuff where I end up in these bigger productions, I'm never told about it by them directly. So I find out indirectly from people that I'm involved in stuff, which is it's great. It's great. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite songs during my teenage times, I loved Metallica's One, Master of Puppets, Enter Sandman. I liked Opeth. I liked Ghost of Perdition. I really enjoyed that. That was good fun. We could probably do a Logan's favorite tracks thing. I could show you what I'm into. That'd be great. When we get to 10k subs, there's a few things I want to do which may or may not interest you guys. But I don't want to talk about them too early, you know. Jacob, my ear is actually better on this side, but now my other ear is being a pain in the butt. But I didn't want to like avoid doing this live stream. I'm still feeling better today. Yeah, I love Metallica, dude. I mean, Metallica are why I got into music. Metallica were the inspiration for me picking up a guitar. I was a severely depressed teenager, and I could relate to what was going on in those songs. And I learned Master of Puppets is the second song I ever learned on the guitar. I learned Nothing Else Matters on a really crappy acoustic guitar that I've still got, and then I learned Nothing Else, Master of Puppets from start to finish on that acoustic guitar, you know? I didn't make it easy for myself to learn a guitar, you know? Nice falsetto here. Yep, great work on those brushes, dude. That editing there was fun. That cutting of the vocals. I think what makes this song special is their own personality and the character that they put into it. This is obviously very competent performances on the different instruments involved, but you really need to have your own sort of special sauce to make it stand out, considering that jazz has been around since like the 20s, you know? And those people could play back then, you know? I don't know what this is, but I like the scatting. Scatting's fun. You know, the jazz kind of scatting, not the other type of scatting. Great choice. God Knows, is that a song make you don't want to search its tab? I don't know what we mean by that. God Knows, is that a song make you don't want to search its tab? I don't know what that means. We could probably listen to that. Like, I'm gonna, like, just while I remember, it's highly likely that when we get to 10k subs, I will literally be reviewing, like, as part of one video, all of Jay Chou's studio albums. It's going to be a big video. It's going to be a little bit different than my usual reviews, but it'll be like a comprehensive Jay Chou review. It's kind of like we've done everything that Jay Chou can offer kind of thing. That'll be at 10k views. Alright, 10k subs, I mean. And it'll be cool to, it'll just be cool to hear all these tracks I hear about that I can't recommend because there's so many songs to do in these fan request live streams, you know? But it's all good. Oh, Guitar Tab, bro. Oh, Guitar Tab. Oh, you talking about, like, Guitar Tab, like, learning songs? Yeah, I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. There's only one song that really terrifies me on the guitar, and it's Kafo by Animals as Leaders. I don't know. You're welcome, Last First. I don't know if you guys know Animals as Leaders, the band Animals as Leaders. Tosin Abasi is just an absolute machine on the guitar, and that's the one song that I just can't get at the moment. I've tried a whole bunch of others that are kind of crazy, like stuff from like obviously I went through the Metallica back catalog and stuff like that. I learned some Steve Vai back in the day, some Joe Satriani, but yeah, It's good times, man. It's good times. We got Mayday song now, from Martin Wang. Thanks for your suggestion. It's good to hear some of Mayday's older stuff. People were telling me that I needed to listen to his older stuff, so here we are. Oh, nice hand drums there. BB King's pretty cool, to be fair. Oh god, there's like Eastern, like these Arabic kind of Middle Eastern sort of like tones here. Kind of like, it reminds me like Aladdin, you know? Oh, snap. Cool, this is great. This is fun. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate this. I mean, like, we've had great requests so far tonight. I like this kind of, like, gritty, kind of raspy, kind of, like, gain-soaked stuff from bands like this, you know? Cool. 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 It is a really fun song. I like the energy and just the stature of it. The vocalist is really confident and is exuding this like really welcoming energy in it. Nice vocal harmonies here. And that guitar work on the right side, that ba-da-da, ba-da-da, it's just a really interesting melodic motif, melodic concept there. And having that occasionally, I think, as well, make sure that it doesn't overstay its welcome. Oh, thank you. Like, I've just been I'm still recovering from being sick, I suppose. My brain is not working very well. Thank you, Winhow. I appreciate that. Cheers for clarifying that. I'm sure it's ridiculous. Oh, nice bridge here. Going through that halftime vibe. Oh, so you guys probably heard that. Did you guys hear that massive alarm then? Basically, we have an emergency system in New Zealand, and like hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. But yeah, my phone just went, but it gave me a fright, dude. I thought we were having an earthquake or something like that, eh? Dude, you got tickets to Jay Chou's like gig in Singapore? I would love to see Jay Chou, man. I'd love to see Jay Chou live, just for the sake of like, especially if I do that thing where I review every one of his studio albums. Just, I would love to just be able to get that as like closure, you know? Well, Jacob, it's good to know. Great vibe to this one. We kind of switch between the low and the high versions of that melodic riff tone, don't we? On the left and right. Cool drum work. That bomb. It's a fun little bit of tension there that kind of leads you into that next part. If they resolved to the root, it wouldn't be nearly as effective. Fuck. How much is a Jay Chou ticket? Like, for real, like, how much is a Jay Chou ticket? Like, how much would it be? Like in like US dollars or something, I don't know. Nice. Nice tremolo picking here. Smart move, dude. There's just so much interesting stuff to pay attention to here. Mayday seemed like they were really giving it their all in this one. They're playing it far less safely than they were in their more modern stuff. I prefer this side of Mayday, to be honest. Great ending there. I love this alt rock vibe, and it came out in the early 2000s, which was when a lot of the stuff was going a little bit more mainstream. I'm assuming that Mayday did quite a lot to get this type of music around in this part of the world, and I love them for it. I'm really thankful that Mayday made this album because this type of music is so timeless. Like, yeah, the production quality might not be the same as it might be nowadays, but it doesn't mean it's lesser, you know? By the way, just full disclosure, I would be willing to pay that amount to see Jay Chou. The reason for it is that if I was going to go to somewhere to watch Jay Chou, I'd already be spending like a couple of $1,000s on like flights and accommodation and stuff like that. Getting to see a musician like Jay Chou, when quite honestly it's more and more difficult to be able to do so, would be something I'd be highly interested in, you know? I can't imagine how he's going to be now, but congrats to everyone of you who got a ticket. I'm very happy for you, genuinely, you know? I'm not the least bit jealous or anything like that. I'm definitely not jealous. Definitely not jealous. A fantastic song there. I had a great time with that. Thank you for your suggestion. Who was that by? That was by Martin Wang. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate you. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I think I'd honestly at this point probably just like buy the tickets off of someone else. You know, I'd probably just assume if I was going to get Jay Chou tickets that I would have to be paying higher rates. And then I'd probably like lowball the seller at first and be like, oh, well, I can probably pay 20% over the price and then probably get it, or maybe 30%. I don't know, man. I'm talking shit. The next track, suggestion after Martin Wang's awesome choice. Yeah. By Doers Infinity. Here we go. He's coming to Malaysia. Dude, you guys, I really hope you have a great time. Because the world is opening up again and people are able to do gigs. Lord knows in New Zealand, we're going to get a lot of like musicians come here too, because New Zealand is, well, we're not actually that well under control at the moment with our COVID stuff, but like we're trying our best, you know? Yeah, no, I know you guys got my back if I ever go to that part of the world. Quite honestly, that's kind of something that scares me a little bit, because if the channel gets bigger, you know, like let's just say I was to go to Singapore or something like that, and I was to do like a fan meet or something like that. Let's just say the channel got really, really massive. I'm an introvert. Doing like fan meets kind of scares me a little bit, because like being around a lot of people, you know, but then it's different in a live stream situation, because I'm sitting here chatting to people over a screen. I'd want to meet you guys and hang out and do stuff, but also, yeah, I can't imagine what it's like for like YouTubers and people on other platforms when they do fan meets and they've got like millions of subs. It'd be wild, dude. Be absolutely wild. But this is a great song. Let's continue, okay? Let's continue this one. What do we got? Ciao, Danny. Great guitar work here, and the vocals are beautiful as well. Oh, that was a lovely key change. Usually when I have key changes like this, I don't like them because they go in some weird direction that doesn't make sense for me harmonically. But yeah. I'm going to be honest, Alex, it's looking a bit tight for suggestions at this point. It's looking like we probably have enough songs for the rest of the night, but we'll see how we go, okay? But thank you for everyone for your requests. I appreciate it. She's harmonizing well with the rest of the elements of the mix. Oh, okay. So that wasn't actually the chorus. We had a bridge where there was a key change, and now I've got a chorus where there's a key change. And she's going into her head voice here, but she's still handling it really well. There's great technique, and just the guitar chords there and the drums and everything just suit texturally so well. It could be a theme song. Oh, that's a fun thing with the flute. I like that. That's a fun texture, dude. Again, that vibrato in her voice is gorgeous, and it's nice that it's occasional. She's fairly straightforward with her melodies for the most part, but she knows where to articulate a little bit and sort of like add a little bit of extra zazz to it. Yeah, we got about 30 to 40 minutes left. It's been a wild live stream so far. Lots of cool music. Maple Story, miss you. That's a great game. I miss Maple Story, eh? I loved Maple Story. Like I wasn't allowed to spend money on it as a kid, but it's a cool game, eh? I don't know about Maple Story 2 though. That one kind of weirded me out a little bit. Really? The drummer is pocketing, you know, the drummer is pocketing. It's not just that they can get their hands around those 16th note grooves, but there's also those ghost notes in there and that lovely roundness with those tom fills. Okay, that was a clear transition. I like that one. That was cool. It's a great hook, absolutely. Oh, we got some break beats in here for some reason. Why? But I like it, but why? Oh, yo, guys, is Inuyasha worth watching? Is Inuyasha a good anime? I don't know. I've been told to watch it, but I'm getting through Black Clover at the moment. Should we watch Inuyasha? Yeah, we could do the Maple. We could do whatever. It's chill, man. Oh. Damn, that was a lovely little interlude there. It's fun when people include an entirely different element that you haven't had before and allow you to focus on that. I'm not really sure how it necessarily helped the story, but at the same time, you know, it's fine, it's fun, you know? If you got to get to that 4-minute mark, there's no issues, you know? Okay, we got that flute layer on top. Cool. Okay. Alright. Again, like, what are we going to do differently here, though? Is she going to stay to the theme she's instantiated? Doer's Infinity. Deep Forest. I would have liked a little bit more experimentation with those vocal melodies, especially in that last hook, just to kind of, she sounds like she could have gone a little bit higher if she wanted to, but I suppose she was just trying to kind of play it safe for the sake of keeping the song catchy and memorable. Which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? There's no need to overcomplicate your song if you don't want to. You know, it's totally fine. I enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy this track? I enjoyed this track. It was good fun. It's good fun. Yeah. Excellent choice from Chow Danny there with Duo's Infinity. Oh, they were a really big band at the time. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I wouldn't know. Something you may not also be aware of is that in my part of the world, in New Zealand, right? We didn't get the really awesome Japanese anime intros to stuff like Pokemon and Digimon and Dragon Ball Z. Dude, we got, like, because it was English dub, right? We got, like, you know, the Pokemon theme song, the English one, the original was still pretty dope, you know. But, like, we got Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. You know, we got that kind of stuff. We didn't get the really cool OSTs that you guys got in other parts of the world. And I didn't even know they existed until now. And I'm so glad that I do, because we have places you can listen to them on, and people just uploaded the entire soundtracks to them. It's so dope, man. It's dope, man. It's cool. But yeah, I had a great time with it. Thank you, Chow Danny, for that song. I might go and check out Inuyasha when I get the time. Again, getting through Black Clover, but we'll see how we go. It's all good. We got Terry Ping next. I don't know why I put Terry Ping there. Apparently, that's just something I'm doing now. Oh. Hang on. I think... Oh, it's Eason Chan. Cool, with Terry Ping. Cool, we got this. Right. I have a Discord. Guys. I don't use it much. I probably should, like... Here. I don't know if this is bad. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm scared. I've got a Discord. I don't know how to work it though, so I'm gonna figure that out. But it might be cool just to have people to come and chat. So if you want to come chat on Discord, it might be cool. I can give like updates and stuff there. You know, it might be fun. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this. Yeah, but yeah, I'm Spiderhands PNZ on Discord. Feel free to add me if you want. It may even be, we might even be able to like watch stuff on Discord that we might not be able to otherwise, you know, just to have like chill times. Maybe if I'm like feeling sick sometime and I don't feel up to like a big old live stream, we can at least like hang out and like watch videos or something. I don't know. It's up to you guys though, but that's anyways. I'll put my Discord in the bottom and I'll figure out how it works for next time, okay? But yeah, this Discord's good fun. But we're gonna listen to some Eason Chan now. I don't know Utada, but I really want to go to Coachella. I want to go to Jay Chou, and I want to go to Coachella. And being in New Zealand, I can't go to either without having to spend at least a couple of weeks in quarantine, and that's totally fine. But it also means that I lose like thousands of dollars of work, so it's tricky. Well, I'll figure it out, okay? Where did the thingy go? Here we go. Cool. Yeah, alright. SYO New Tony. I have changed it, I think. I can change it again if you like. It's all good. It's all good. I think I have changed it, but I'll double check, okay? It's nice to hear more Eason Chan though, like definitively. Every time I hear him, I feel like I hear a different angle of him, and I like the fact that there are these different ways of approaching him. Great suggestion, Terry. Good stuff, man. A nice repeater on that there. There's some contemporary sort of music production going on here, but he's also got his like balladesque kind of way of approaching the vocal style, and it's a nice combination of the two. Oh, that falsetto is nice. These kind of filthy synths as well are a great time, you know, they fill in the spectrum really, really well. The big productions. Absolutely, JJ. It's nice to have the guitar there, but also these fizzy synths are just a fun texture that I wasn't really expecting, you know? Like, I feel as if Eason Chan could basically do any genre at this point. Maybe not the screamy stuff, but you know, he could even get like someone within that genre to do it for him, I'm not sure. But he seems so open to the possibilities. That bow, 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 bow. You know, that's a fun little melodic idea there to fill in the space there left by those synth pads. And the drums are really low key, aren't they, as well? Bijano. Thank you for that, for telling me that there are other good songs on here. I'm always keen to hear more. It's a shame because there's so many cool albums that I would like to review, and there's like I've only got time for 2 of these live streams a week, man. I don't know how people do like daily live streams, man. It'd be fun, I'm sure, but it'd also be really intense. Again, there's a real nice entrance there. We got that kick coming in nice and subtle, but to fill in that low end. That's a little bit of a change from the previous one we had, isn't it? He wasn't doing that before. I like the fact that he's accepting that we can't just have the exact same sequences we did prior. And he knows he needs to sort of increase the zazziness of it a little bit. Oh, nice resolution there with some of these harmonies. Oh, we're going a little bit down in that harmony there. We're getting a little bit deeper with it. Oh, see, this is unexpected. We've got this automated panning with those synth players. Again, he's got the additional layers in the vocal section here, similar harmony here with the previous choruses, but just add a little bit each time. As long as the production's solid, at least as long as you're EQing and panning everything the way it needs to be, as long as the effects chains are relevant and effective, you're all good. There's a very light guitar there on the left side, I think, as well, which is kind of fun. And we got that fade out here. Oh, okay. Again, that's just such a luscious, gorgeous. It's pristine. The sound of the piano and the sound of the guitars there, it's just luscious. You could like eat it. You could eat it. It would be a delicious meal, you know? And those whispered kind of repeaters on the sides there. And everything unifies at the end there. bow, and you get that as a fade out with a whistly kind of resonance on the high end. And that's that track. I am never disappointed with what I hear from Eason Chan, and I'm very, very thankful. I am very, 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 very thankful to Terry Ping for that suggestion. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. P. Lin, we've actually got time for 4 more tracks. Sup Shredders. Last 4 tracks for the night. I'll pin that to the top. And just before we get into the last 4 songs of the night, I typically do this, but just if you're like wondering, Logan, where can I get fan request custom monthly music videos made if I want to request a song outside of the live streams? What you can do if you'd like me to make a video, a review of a song you like once per month, you can go onto Firefox and you can like go patreon.com/SpiderhandsPNZ. And you can go to this Patreon and you can sign up to become an SP patron and get 1 song reviewed for you by me per month, and I will deliver the video to you. And it's not just limited to Spotify, but you can also have a review of like a YouTube track or like a song on Bilibili or something like that, because through Patreon, I'm not limited by my ability to review something. I can just record the video and send it to you. So if you are keen on getting custom monthly music reviews made, or if you're keen on becoming an SP patron, feel free to sign up for the Patreon. Obviously, there's no obligation to do so, and I'll continue to do these weekly fan request live streams. But the support does help a lot, and I appreciate the people who support me via Patreon, as well as all of you equally, you know? But yeah, thank you very much for the requests so far. We have a grand total of 4 tracks to go tonight. The last of the 4, well, the first of the 4 remaining one is going to be by U02 here. If we go here. Yeah, it's gonna... Basically, I don't think anyone who suggests songs at this point are going to get them played today. It's going to be kind of tough. Apologies for that. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely look at more artists, and I know I need to do other musicians for the top 5s as well. I probably need to do a video where I discuss that stuff. I'm assuming this is the song, by the way. I mean, I'm really hoping that this is the song. But if it's not, let me know, okay? Thank you for the suggestion, yo, U02. Nice and upbeat, funky, pumping with the bass and the drums. Oh, great voice there. Great sense of clarity in the mix. Again, the hi-hat work is absolutely phenomenal, dude. Like, I love the percussion. And these musicians that are supporting these singers, these vocalists, they're just pocketing, man. That is not a single beat out of place. Oh, lovely change here. Oh. Really quick chord changes here. It's so cool that we know how music sort of, we have this fundamental understanding of composition and arrangement that's being shown here. Again, that call in response to those piano parts descending there. Clearly masterful virtuosos on their kit. Oh, that left side. Oh, snap, dude. What a track, though, right? What a track. Again, like, it's got this fullness that comes from really competent EQing, but also the smoothness, not having any sort of like really high-end sort of frequency resonant sort of scratchy bits in it. That's the power of the mids. You know, when you scoop the mids on your instruments, they can seem a bit hollow, and that's not the case here. The 6-5-3-4-3 chord reminds you of Hit the Road Jack by Ray Charles. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct about that. Smart, smart. Really great observation there, UO2. Awesome. I hadn't even thought about that, but some of you guys, in fact, a lot of you guys, like, have that music theory down pat. You guys could... If you don't think I know something about the music, please teach me it. I'm always happy to learn more about this stuff, you know? Oh. And the radio filter. Okay. Radio filter. Again, like, how do you combine with the unison chords with the jazzy progressions? This is stuff that I think has come more recently, and I love it to pieces. I like that we're experimenting with this fusion stuff. I love music nowadays, man. Clearly a great singer, though. No complaints about the vocal performance. We got that build up. Oh, that's shredding on a clean guitar. That's a Sigma move right there. We're fading out like that. Yeah, it is Hit the Road Jack, isn't it? You're absolutely right, UO2. Well played. Well played, dude. And that slow grind to the end was a smart move there. The guitar work on all the sides was fantastic. There was not a note out of place. This is one of the most competent musical performances I've heard throughout my time, or at least through tonight's live stream. We've listened to over like 100 tracks. I think we're getting close to that 150 mark now. There is a lot of songs on the SP Spiderhands Productions Spotify playlist. I think I'll feature that again, just so people know where they can go and find all this great music that we're listening to. Because I make sure to add these songs to the Spotify playlist after we do them. So we've got a full compendium of all the songs we reviewed in these live streams in that playlist. But that's all good. Great choice there. Thank you very much to our UO2 for that. Euro Shika Prostitution. Great song. Excellent. Nice. I can't get over the fluidity and the skill shown on display there. We've got Alvin Quo next, who actually was incidentally the next person in the queue. I don't know why I put that there. We're fine, but we'll get there eventually, everyone. We got the Four Horsemen by Aphrodite's Child. Did you study music in college, or are you just a music lover? I studied music through high school. I went to the University of Canterbury. I went through Christchurch School of Music. I went through Mains to Taipatini Polytechnic. I did a whole lot of music online courses. I've also studied music through various instruments for 15 years, and I figured a lot of work of it. Yeah. I figured out a lot of it over time, you know? But it's great. It's great stuff. I really enjoy music, and I think that people need to make the most of it, you know? Have fun with music and learn as much as you can to be able to fully appreciate it, you know? I'm not saying that you need to be educated to love music, but there's stuff that you'll recognize and you'll be like, oh, that's why they did that. That's super cool. You know what I mean? But this is from Alvin Quo. Thank you. This is very unusual, isn't it? This is very interesting. The bells on the side are a fun texture. It's very interesting. It's kind of unsettling, to be honest, but we'll stick with it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that Vangelis died. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. It's a great loss. It sucks, man. It sucks when someone that's made music like that, that's an incredible musician like that dies, you know? It sucks. We're coming back with the bells and the jangles. I just realized, yeah, this is from 1971. That's wild. I wouldn't have picked it. This is so progressive. I mean, considering that, Alvin, you've just said it's progressive rock, that makes a lot of sense, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I wouldn't think it was from 71 either. That fill there was so good. It was exactly what we needed. Such smart songwriting there. Such great staging. Such great staging there. Like, I unabashedly adore this song. This is probably my favorite song for the night, Alvin. Honestly. This is probably my favorite for the night. That lead tone is definitely the 70s lead tone, but it fits so well. And the drums are so phenomenally produced, man. Like, I know those are raw drums, but that's what makes it even better, you know? The chanting, the guitars, the drum fills, everything is just magnificent. And again, I cannot get over that fact that this is from 1971. That's 51 years ago. They probably started recording this in 1970. I mean, I can't really do that because I don't know if this is in time with the audio you're hearing or not. Chen Yida says, I think if you want to meet everyone's needs, you may need to arrange a 3-hour live broadcast. I reckon that if I was to try and just keep going until we ran out of requests, we'd be here for about, I'd say about 4 to 6 hours. That would be a very long live stream. And I think it's just way better to just do little bits, you know? You know, if the channel grows and we get to a point where, like, I can justify doing that length of time in a live stream, definitely, you know? But yeah, we'll just see how we go. It's a sick song, dude. And I agree, JJ. Definitely Bill and Ted of it. Sorry, I just realized we're over the 5-minute mark, and it's not fair to the other people if I don't cut it there, but I got lost in that one. The fact that they could carry a 2 to 3 minute guitar solo like that without it getting boring is testament to their voicing of the instruments, the arrangement, the motifs present, and just the overall vibe and instantiated. TT Ching, it's a bit too late to request it today, but you're more than welcome to either, you know, you're more than welcome to come to the next SP fan request, which are on Sundays. Alternatively, of course, you can become an SP patron, but I've done the ad for the SP patron stuff today, so I don't want to do that again. I try to only do it the once. The focus is on the requests from the people, such as yourselves. But that request was from Alvin Quo. Thank you very much for that lovely suggestion. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We've got 2 more tracks today. Two more. We've got this song titled Koi, if I'm not mistaken, by Jin Hoshino. We're going to get stuck into that now. By Solaris. Completely different. Again, a completely different vibe to what we had before. From the album Pop Virus, Koi. You too, Alvin. You have a good night. Nice percussive style of vocals. Again, there's a charisma to this performance I like. It's one of those energetic songs, like a lot of the ones we've had tonight, where they've been really upbeat and kind of like really for it. They're hungry for it, you know? Oh, halftime. Smart move here for the bridge. Again, you have the strings of the piano in unison there, and the high tempo means it's just pumping. It's funky, man. Dude, I would unabashedly. I'd love to sing karaoke of this if I had the words in front of me, you know? Solaris, this is a fantastic choice. Thank you very much for it, man. I dig it. Oh, that hi-hat work is scintillating, man. I get it, beep, beep, ba. You know, I mean, I can't sing, but he can. And it's just these little bits of pep where the instrument's kind of cut out just so you have him as the focal point. And it's just, I think it's a great song to wake up to, you know? I'd have this as an alarm, you know? I'd be confused initially, but I'm sure it'd eventually work out. Again, I like this kind of music as well, where like you don't necessarily need like distorted guitars or filthy drum fills or screaming or whatever to make me entertained. You can just have some really fun pop music that kind of sounds great, it's well produced, and the vocals sound like they care about it, you know? Oh? 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 Oh. That groove. Oh no, he came back with the vocals. I wanted him to continue with that. That was fun. Oh, dude, I was about to do the dance, man. I was about to do some dancing. I know you guys are probably like sick of me humming the melody along. I can't get enough of it, dude. It's just so much of it. There's so much to love. It's so much to do. Oh, it's so much goodness, dude. I just want to skate along to it, dude. It just keeps going. And these strings. It's like an erhu, or is that like vocals or something like that? Hey, thank you, Solaris. That was a hell of a tune, dude. The hell of a tune, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, more of this. More of this, please. Thank you, Solaris. That was a great choice. Yeah, Andreas, I'll sort it out, man. I'll post a thing on like YouTube about it. I'll make a video or something. Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Is that it? I hope this is it. I might be wrong. I hope it's right. Oh. Holy shit, what? Oh, Shin Yida, you have spoiled. You spoiled me, dude. What I wanted to go out on. Oh, that's heavy, dude. Oh, I can hear some electric keyboard or string parts behind it as well. It's just scintillating, man. Oh, she suits it so well as well. And those string like guitar, it's sexy as hell, man. I dig it. Yeah, this gets my vote immediately, dude. Does she go lower though? Or does she rise up? I don't know. We will find out. We will find out. Oh, okay. Arpeggios? Or those aren't arpeggios. They're arpeggiated. You can tell my brain's kind of going to mud at the moment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Look, guys, my ear is a lot better than it was yesterday. It's just the medication I've been taking has been doing a number on me. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a lot, but we're better today. Better today. Thanks for all your. You know, I missed doing a live stream last night. You know, it was weird not doing one. Oh, that fill was sensational, dude. Okay, a little bit of layering on the lead part. That's cool. That's fine. We got a repetition of that vocal melody there. It makes sense. The phrasing's good. Thank you, sweet little love. I appreciate it. Thank you for the well wishes. Oh, those offbeat ride bells are gorgeous, dude. Okay, back to that chorus. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. It's fine. Again, the drums are pocketing, man. Those double kicks in there. It's just, I don't see how they could have improved this. This is damn near flawless, especially considering the coloration of voice and the technique here, you know? Oh, the chugs are tight. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Was she doing those screamy growls? Because of that, that's just the triple threat, man. You got the middle vocals, you got the middle guitar, you got the middle production. My fuck. And like the clean vocals just suit as well, the coloration. In her range, she sits well above the rest of the elements of the mix, and so it notches together really cleanly. That vocal fry is unbelievable, dude. I love it. More of that, please. Great backing vocals as well there. I can hear some additional layers in here for the chorus, which is exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. Just a little bit of extra, sparkle in the end. And we're finished. The last request of course, from Chen Yida. Thank you. I really enjoyed Ame Chang. Just before we go, I will be reviewing Yusheng or Tom. I'll be Chang Yusheng or Tom Yusheng. I'll be reviewing him the week after the J Chow one. I will schedule it on the YouTube page when I can. So I'm looking forward to that. We're not going to just forget about it. I will make sure that gets done. Next week, obviously, the J Chow 5th album review. And then the final, obviously, we'll do a fan request next week. We'll probably do like the animation themed one. But thank you to everyone. Oh, thank you to all of you for coming to this fan request live stream number 11. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed any of the music / all of it, go show the musicians and artists that have been featured in this live stream some love via their various social medias and their Spotify pages. Stay cool and stay safe. And on that note, thank you again to all the well wishes, for all of you who wished me well. I'm glad to be back doing these live streams. Hopefully you're taking care of yourselves too. If possible, please remember to show some love towards your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need all the help they can with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video, next piece of tutorials, whatever it goes, man. Just have a great week, all right? Thanks again for your time. Stay awesome, stay cool. And yeah, Spiderhands out. And 3, 2, 1, boom.